We are on the verge of making an international trip.
It's going to be the first time I go to the States.
It's genuinely to go over there to learn something and to implement that into our business and our lives. Not buying is a decision. At least if you know they're not going to buy, you can move on to the next sale.
You can get someone all pumped up and riled up and, oh, cool, I'm going to make the decision now and buy now. The biggest issue with that is...
But I still feel that there's definitely techniques there that you can use in your sales process to help you get that sale across. Building brand is an aspect of sales. It's just a consequential thing in the sense that you've got to create it, and the consequence of you building your brand could be that people will do business with you.
Yeah, I think you need to do that stuff. From my experience with myself, I know that if I go learn something and it's good, I'll go do that thing.
Don't be so ignorant to think that you know everything, or be so ignorant to think that you have nothing more to learn, no matter what age you are. We are on the verge of making an international trip.
This is, for me, this is going to be the first time I go to the States.
This is my second time. Does Hawaii count as a first trip to the States?
How can I say it as someone who's never been to the States?
But I'm saying it's part of America, but is it really?
Is it really?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. So we're on the verge where this will
Haven't you
probably
been to
be.
Vegas?
Yeah, once before in 2019.
Yeah.
Was the last time I went.
Oh.
2019 or 2020? I think it was 2020. Whatever.
So you've
A little
been
while
to
ago.
Vegas and Hawaii
Correct.
separately.
Correct.
So potentially a third.
This will be my third. Correct. Yeah. So we are heading over, making the commitment, making the investment. Because a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to Vegas. Oh, yeah, you're going to Vegas for work. Yeah, good one. But we genuinely are. You know, yes, we'll do some other activities whilst we're there, but the intent isn't to go there, get blind every night, party, champagne to fall from the ceilings. It's genuinely to go over there to learn something and to implement that into our business and our lives. Because for the longest time, we've been saying, you know, who's the next person that we're going to speak to? Who's the next person we're going to get some advice from? And for me, I was looking at the pool of people ahead of me, in front of me, and I didn't really connect with anyone. So I thought it would be a great opportunity, and you actually probably mentioned it before I did as well, to go and see Alex Hormozi. And as it so happens, the same time is Grant Cardone's 10X Growth Con, which is his last one ever as well. So I'm really looking forward to going to that. I don't think that'll be as educational for us. I think we will pick up some little things here and there, but it'll be great to see the structure of the events, you know, audience participation, doing events ourselves. It'd be great to see that aspect of it too.
I have been bombarded with emails.
From GC?
Dude, like...
How so? I haven't got a single one.
Seriously?
Not a single one.
Oh, I've been getting so many, man.
Did
invite someone to come.
Did she
come do this?
Did she register?
You didn't get confirm your attendance.
No, I didn't get that.
Oh, dude, copped all of that.
Oh, I never got that. I know Dee registered you, and she was going to register Scott and me as well, but I haven't received any of those emails. Maybe it went to my junk.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah, but he does that. The guy sends out like 1 billion emails since he's been doing this. He sent out a lot. Like even my PA, when she booked the tickets for us, she was getting phone calls.
There's pre-registration.
Oh, is there? I've got none of that. Yeah, I've got to get her onto it. So even when we booked the tickets, she actually called from her on her mobile to call their office. She goes, she's been...
It's fine.
Oh, shit. Keep rolling.
There's a one camera. We got one shot.
We got two. As long as my camera's not fucked up,
I'll
we're all
make the
good.
screen black. I don't care. Like, just keep rolling.
So what we're saying, yeah, so she got bombarded with phone calls ever since then. And she's like, look, I'm not coming. Stop calling me. I am not going. I'm not your target audience. Do not contact me again. But that's what they do. He hits it hard. He hits it hard. It is excessive, yeah, but he's always like, cool, unsubscribe.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I know you would have. You
I did.
do it to everyone.
I sent a reply saying, stop emailing me.
Oh, so you didn't even just hit the unsubscribe
It wasn't
button?
an unsubscribe button.
Oh, was that?
I said, stop emailing me, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not selling another ticket.
Yeah.
Beat it. I won't come to your event. I'll pay and not come. Like, beat it. Stop annoying me. You know what I mean?
Funny.
Like, you just ignore the first email and you get a second one. I think...
1 second.
It's fine.
We'll make it work.
I think there is an element of... I get annoyed. Like, and this is why I don't push as a salesperson. Like, it annoys me when someone... I will not buy from you. Dude, I was going to buy a Tesla. Right?
Yes, I remember you saying.
Yeah. The Tesla guy called me that much And I avoided his call. Like, he would just call me at the wrong, I don't want to have this call now. I don't wanna, and then it got to the point where I can't take the call anymore.
Yeah.
I've avoided your call that much that if I was going to go buy a Tesla now, I have to go to a different dealership.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it bothers me. I think it's excessive.
I've done some of Grant's trainings as well in the past about sales and follow-up and all that sort of stuff, and he's massive on that. Like, he's just like, keep calling him, keep calling him, keep calling him. Not buying is a decision. You know, he says that. He goes, not buying is a decision. At least if you know they're not going to buy, you can move on to the next sale. You move on to the next one, you move on to the next that. It's a massive numbers game the way he plays it.
Yeah.
It just hits the masses.
So do you think it can deter?
I think so. Yeah, I reckon you need to understand your audience, especially here, the culture in Australia. People, I think, don't like to be sold to as much here as what they do there. And you often do get a bit of pushback when it comes to sales. I mean, you've done it from stage how many times? And you do see the people, some people switch off when you start selling.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're going to get that, yeah.
You always get that, but you find, well, why isn't it the other way? Why isn't there more people that want to buy than don't?
Had a guy in Sydney once, remember? Can't you just do this for us? I said, yeah, we can. And then as soon as I start the sales process, he throws his hands up in the air like, I can't believe you're selling. And I'm like, dude, you're the guy that asked for this.
Yeah, exactly. So even at events now, I know I've seen stuff with Grant, again, in his trainings, he'll stand up there and he'll be like, before the events even started, he goes, I want you all to know that my intention for today is to sell you. My intention for today is to do business with you. I want you to understand that because I don't need to shy away from it. You know, he puts it out there right at the very beginning.
I don't mind that. I don't think it's
look, I haven't done that before, but I'd give it a go because we've tested so many things, haven't we? We've tested so many things throughout the last couple of years on stage, and that's what it's about. It's literally about testing and using different techniques and different things to be able to sell. But you don't ever get that unless you do the research and follow and give it a go. How are you ever going to get better at it?
Also, I've heard this whole thing around, this is going to become a sales conversation.
I know, right? It wasn't even going down that
I've heard
path.
this whole thing around logical sales.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you get, you know how a lot of people are like, you do this, and we know people who are big on unconscious influence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what they don't realize that you're doing and da-da-da. And, you know, getting into this emotional state.
Which I think is important too.
Yeah, but let me finish. Because they talk about like, okay, cool, you can get someone all pumped up and riled up and, oh, cool, I'm going to make the decision now and buy now. But the biggest issue with that is if they can't justify their purchase later, that's how you get refunds. That's how you get people.
Yeah.
Or that's how you get people saying, wasn't worth it. Because I had this expectation, I was at this emotion. And then by the time I came back to myself logically, I
get
was back
buyer's
down
remorse.
here. Yeah, and there was buyer's remorse. And all of a sudden, you know what I mean? I couldn't get my money back, and it no longer, now that I have a level of resentment towards it, it's no longer, like, it would have to really wow me. Like, it'd have to blow me out of the water for me to say this was worth it.
Yeah.
And it didn't. And now I'm like, yeah. You know, and then people ask me about the product, and I say, man, yeah, I don't know if I do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe I regret it. Like, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
there's that side.
Yeah, and I'd like to think I try to be logical in what I do. I'm a logical person, so I relate to that type of training, that type of a sale on me. So this is what you're going to get for X, Y, Z. By you paying this, you get that. So I do see that, but I still feel that there's definitely techniques there that you can use in your sales process to help you get that sale across from anything you do, whether you're selling a coffee or whether you're selling a $50,000 training package or whether you're selling a car. There's things that you can do that will influence their decision to buy with you. So I do think that the unconscious sale is pretty important too. Do you agree or disagree?
I think there is a level of unconscious in everything we do.
Yeah.
I think if you go about it in the wrong way, which I believe some people do.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it.
Yeah.
Firsthand, people that go about it the wrong way. They're not genuine in the sale. See, something that I highly believe is that, like, would you buy it? What you're selling, would you buy it?
Yes, I wouldn't sell anything I wouldn't buy.
That's exactly right, but so many people don't. So maybe if you're selling knives and you don't believe in these knives, it's going to be harder for you to
I feel
sell.
like those people generally don't succeed in sales.
Probably not as much, yeah.
I don't know anyone who sells a shit product and stands behind it.
Maybe not a shit product, but like, do you use or own the product? Like, if I was selling a Mercedes, you worked at Mercedes. If I was selling at Mercedes, I'd want to be driving a fucking Mercedes. Do you know what I mean? Like, you drive the car. So when someone says, oh, what's the C-Class like? Look, I've driven the C250, the C300, the 350, the C3 660, whatever it is, C63
Part of their salary package
is to get their car.
is
But you want to know the
drive
product.
cars
Like you want to
because-
know the product so you can go, this is what I like about this car. This is what I like about this car. This is what I like about this car. And or do you turn around and say, "They're shit, let's go buy a Beamer." Like,
Yeah,
we go work
so
at Beamer.
That's I reckon if you did a survey of how many people that work at a place drive that car, I think it'd be very few.
Yeah, and see, so how do you intend to be the best salesperson in that role? You're probably not. You're probably not going to be. So believe in your product so much that you would buy it, or you do genuinely use it. You use your service and product, because then as a consumer of that product, you can give real proper feedback on it, or the benefits. Hey, this is really good. I'm going to be honest with you though, but this is what I don't love about the car. You know, it's this, it's this, it's this. But if you want that, we've got another model for you, and upgrade them to a fucking 4-wheel drive or some shit like that. I don't know.
So, do you think that someone who buys? So you think you should use what you sell?
I think it's going to help you. Yeah. So, I mean, like for me, so let's just say, for example, my coaching business. I don't coach myself.
No,
but
you
practice what I preach.
But you buy coaching.
Oh,
services.
100%. I've done that before, without a doubt, because I believe in that process and I know it can improve and help your life. We're doing it now. We're going to Las Vegas to sit with Grant Cardone, to sit with Alex Hormozi, and go, we're here for a purpose, to learn something that we don't know, that we can implement in our business, whatever that step might be. Now, who knows? We go over there and sit with Alex for a day or a couple of days, and he then sells us into the next thing. And whilst we're there, we go, yes, here, take it, Amex, let's go. And you buy that next thing that he's selling.
I haven't thought about that actually.
Yeah, I know. You're saying that. I know you haven't. But let's go back another step before we get into that. We were contemplating about the step initially to even, because you don't forget, we're flying there. We're taking 10 days off out of our business and our lives. We've invested money to buy a seat at that table. Like, you're talking a decent investment to go over there. You know, it's an 18-hour flight or some shit like that. Decent investment to get there. And when we were looking at it, I asked you a question. I think we've discussed this before, but it's like, do you think you've received enough value from him to buy a ticket? Just in all the advice he's given, all the podcasts you've listened to, all the videos you've watched, do you think you've had enough value in return in what he's doing? And you probably genuinely believe that everything he's saying is genuine and does work, because he's got the runs on the board and he's helped so many people. And you're like, yeah, I have. Well, then the purchase of the ticket was a no-brainer. We've already seen the benefit from previous trainings, from previous things he's done. So you made a decision to buy off that basis. He's provided you with enough value and given you enough conviction in his product to buy it.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
It's different being a fan, but different also looking at it logically too. And going, he can give us,
But I think
he can give the whole perspective with what?
fan.
Yes.
I don't like his beard.
No, that's right.
I'm a fan.
You're not going to fanboy when you see him.
Yeah, but I like. Is that how
Nice
you get
beard.
beards?
That's how. Yeah, if they're taller, they'll be.
I'm a fan of what he's produced,
Yeah.
the stuff he puts out, what I've learned from him. Like, you know what I mean? I've received some little value. Same thing
create-
like a Gary V dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Not because, you know what I mean? I'd freak if I saw. Dude, I walked past Gary V in Crown. He said,
Oh, that's
take a
right.
photo. And I said, no.
Oh, that's right.
Only
Because you were
I
with
just
her,
felt
mate.
like- yeah, I just didn't want to annoy him.
Yeah.
It's like, it's all good, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you take a photo of me.
Yeah.
You take
Now we're playing.
I was just like, it's all like, I'm not,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just a guy, bro. Just a
guy.
dude, but smart dude.
Absolutely.
Actually, yeah.
Absolutely. He's just one of the first. He's always been a first and not afraid to try and build brand. And, you know, that's what it's about, creating that. When you create that raging fan, when you create those types of people, you see that the barriers are reduced with selling. That's why I say, and we spoke about personal brand and business brand many times in the past. That's why it's so important, because it's just reducing a barrier to sale. Doing a podcast like this, people engage with us, they listen to us, they like what we're about, or they don't. The people that don't will never buy from us, but great, I'm not going to sell you anything. You're never going to come to an event. You're never going to come and build with me because you don't like me. If you don't like me and then you engage me to build your house, like, what a disaster of a relationship that's going to be from day one. I don't want to be in that relationship. You don't want to be in it. So the target market's not there. But by building your brand as one aspect, like building a brand is an aspect of sales. It's just a consequential thing. in the sense that you've got to create it, and the consequence of you building your brand could be that people will do business with you.
What do you hope to get out of this trip? Yeah. What are you looking for?
Really good question. Really good question. I really hope that I hope I get like an aha moment. Do you know what I mean? And just go, that's sick.
I think you get to a point where that doesn't happen.
I kind of feel that I'm there and I kind of miss it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, when you go,
it's like, do I know?
And you're like, that was so phenomenal.
But I can't be that good yet.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's one percenters now.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like you got the call it the big chunk once or twice.
Yeah.
Like there's only a couple of big chunks, and then the rest is like 1%, 1%.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, that's the difference between good and great,
Yes.
right? It's all the little things that stack up, that compound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the, hey, we do this. Hey, our emails go out at this time. Hey, we notice that if we send it at 12:37 instead of 12:27, that we get a better open rate because people are back from lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the little things that no one's willing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I was telling you this the other day. Diary of a CEO. They go and research the person's favorite scent and produce that scent in the waiting room before the person goes on the podcast and play their favorite music.
Yeah.
That's the level of research they do with the people they interview. How many people are willing to go and find, what's your favorite scent? I don't even know what your favorite scent is.
Mint.
Lavender.
Everyone knows that.
I mean, do you know what I mean? Imagine like that's the level of research they go to. They're like, what's his favorite music? What's his favorite scent? How do we make the room so covered with the things that they like so that when we get them on, they're willing to open up the most.
Yeah. But that's a subconscious thing that they're doing, and to influence their guests.
Yeah, but they're controlling their state.
Yes.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah. And that's what you want to try and do in sales too, though.
Yeah, that's not what I was referring to.
I know you weren't, but I'm just saying, seeing as we're talking about it, there is a level of controlling that as well. You know, if you walk into a room and it's blaringly loud music.
Of that with everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even when your team members, do they have windows? Can they see outside? Is there natural light coming in, or do they sit in the dark with blinders on so they that'd be sick. Let's think about how much work you'd get done.
Yeah, I know. No distractions.
Yeah, there's a level of controlling that with everything. But I think people do it in an unethical
Oh, there's definitely people out there that do that. That will sell you something they genuinely don't believe in, or they think it's just to benefit them. Get the $5,000 cash get the $5,000 cash off you up front, have no intent of delivering other stuff. We have both seen that sale up front.
Yeah.
We have both seen it where the guy goes up on stage and he'll say, this course costs $20,000 or whatever it might be, and then he value stacks and he goes, but if you buy it, for you to buy this today, it's $10,000. Right? You go to the back of the room, you spend $10,000. But I tell you what, I'll meet you halfway. You only pay $5,000, and then you pay the other $5,000 when I get you the results. All right, so today it's only $5,000, and then you pay me another $5,000 once you get that big ticket result, which I know you will get. He has zero intention of getting the second $5,000 out of them.
Yeah.
Zero intention. It is purely a sales tactic.
It's an unethical structure.
It's unethical, 100%. But imagine if he did deliver that for every single person, and then he got that other $5,000 in, but they were happily to give it to him because you just made me $50,000. Here's another $5,000. But he has no intention of doing that. His only intent was to go out there and get the $5,000, as many people to give him $5,000 as humanly possible.
So upfront cash grabs. Yeah.
And then not deliver on the product and go, oh, sorry, it didn't work for you. But we got your $5,000.
Do that for so long.
Yeah, people catch on.
Eventually,
people catch on.
To the point where
people catch on. Absolutely, they do. Because this guy's got also a reputation. We won't name and shame, even though he's a dick.
Yeah.
But and those of you that know who I'm talking about know who I'm talking about. But you're going to go there and you're not delivering on your promise. You just, as you said, cash grab, and you've got no intent on that. And so many people who have bought that service, myself included, mind you. Did you ever buy that service?
You think I'm here?
I'm not an idiot. I was an idiot. I was drinking Kool-Aid.
Why would I buy the service?
Of course. Yeah. Stupid, sorry. Of course.
Why would I buy that service? Yeah.
So, I bought it at the time. This is before I met you too.
Yeah.
So, long before I met you.
Yeah, I remember seeing that and thinking, I could do that, huh? Like that's this guy's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not much difference between what you do and what I do, except you get results for people and genuinely care.
Me, yeah.
But that's the other thing too. It's the service that you give once the sale's made.
Also,
like deliver on the
dude,
promise.
I think a big part is like if 100 people came to me tomorrow and said, "Hey, we all want to start with you this month," I can't do that.
You'll find a way.
No. I just physically cannot do that.
No, just sort it out.
Can you build 4,000 houses tomorrow?
Get me a hammer.
Finished.
Get me a hammer.
I want to move in tomorrow.
Hey, relax.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just one of those things where you're like, we just can't be done.
Yeah.
Like we don't have the physical, you know what I mean? If you had 10,000 chippies, you probably could do it, but you don't have 10,000 chippies. Do you know what I mean? I just can't do it.
Yeah. And look, you're practical in your sense in what you're doing.
It's not to say that we never could be in a position to.
Just
but
not
like
right,
right
not
now,
today.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
No. Today? No. Day after? Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. So even back to the car analogy, imagine you sell that person that car and after a month they drive and go, this is the biggest piece of shit I've ever fucking driven in my life.
Yeah. And then they see you and you're in a Toyota.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are you doing?
Okay, this car's going to be around for the test of time.
Yeah.
Yours, take it. Go get your warranty call.
But so back to the question. What are you hoping to get?
So I want to selfishly get something out of that event that I can take away, that I can put into my business, that I can actually action. I've always sort of
How is
pat
that
myself.
selfishly? That's what you're there for.
Yeah, well, that's right. I am there for myself.
Yeah.
But when I say, I don't know, some people go to these events to help others and to connect with others and do good in the world. I'm there to
For what?
I don't know.
For their own, to feel good
for their
about
own
themselves.
ego, potentially. Who knows? Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, but I'm going there. What I'm saying with what I want out of this training and out of this event is something that I can take out and go, okay, this is cool. I can see myself implementing this and getting a result out of it. Because I've always sort of pat myself on the back for that. Going to these things and actioning what I've learned in that moment and go, whether it's big or small, whether other people thought the training was amazing or not. It's like if you get that one little change, that one little thing that you can go, okay, that was really cool. Go out and deliver on that.
Yeah, I measure, and I shared this with you the other day. I measure how good a training is by how much my behavior's changed.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though that
And
might
I would
not
like to
be.
think that happens at
that
the
might not-
Hormozi one, not
Yeah.
so much the GC one.
Now, I use that because I implement,
Yes.
right? If you don't implement, that could be your fault.
Yeah,
But I know that I implement, and I'm like, well, if I'm doing the same thing and nothing's changed, it's not like it's because there's people who can learn all about health and do nothing about it and still eat Maccas every day, right? But from my experience with myself, I know that if I go learn something and it's good, I'll go do that thing, right? So if I go to a training and I don't get what I want, or I feel good at the time,
Yep. And got good after. Because how many people go to events, and we've seen it firsthand, not only at our events, but events we've been to and trainings we've been to that are just caught up in the hype.
yeah,
Like, oh, that was the best thing I've ever, that was the most
is the best
amazing
3 days,
training.
yeah.
It was the best 3 days I've ever spent away. I got so much out of that. And you're like, cool, what'd you do out of it?
yeah.
What have you done since?
You see them 6 months later and they're just doing the
Same thing.
And then you're like, dude,
It's like, what did you do? You told me firsthand, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life. I've grown so much as a person. I've done this. I've done. What have you specifically done and achieved because of that training?
So let me flip the script on you there, though. As a student,
Yes.
if my behavior doesn't change, I don't blame the training, but I judge the training accordingly. Because if I didn't learn
What's the
anything,
difference judging and blaming? You'll blame. It's kind of the
blaming
same.
is like saying it's their fault.
Yeah.
Judging is just a thought I have about the training.
Okay.
But it's not their fault.
Yeah.
But I think the training's not good
Yeah.
because I go to the training to change my behavior.
Would you be disappointed to walk out of that 2-day course with Hormozi and just go,
Yes,
yeah, I would too, I think.
of course.
Yeah.
What? What?
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
How's that
I don't know. Just some people, again, are happy to go there. We'll probably meet the bloke, right, at some stage. May even actually get him to answer some business questions as well. But yeah, I think I would be disappointed. I would walk away from that going, fuck, I got more out of your YouTube video for 2 hours than I did the 2 days.
Yeah, look,
Possible?
he's big.
Possible.
He's big on value.
Yeah, I agree. I genuinely
Like
think we're going to walk in
massively, yeah.
there and go, fuck, is this all we paid to get this? You know,
You think that?
I'd like to hope so, yeah. I'd like to hope we walk in there after the 2 days and go,
all we paid?
is this all we've paid? And we get all this, like fucking take my credit card. It's like that when you watch that live that he did on was it YouTube or was it Zoom, whatever the fuck it was, wherever you watched it.
It was on YouTube.
And you're like, you were ready. Like you go, like he did the bookstore. He did his sale. He did everything, right? And he's there and he's like, okay, he goes, I'm going to give you this. How much would you pay for it? People putting their hands up going 10,000. Would you still pay 5,000? Would you still pay? And you're there with like, you're holding your Amex. You're trying to throw it at the computer. Like, take it, take my money.
It was, dude. He
And then he turned around.
He's like, all this is worth X. And then he said, this is
Yeah, you're ready.
$10,000.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck, 10 grand.
It
And
does.
he's like, but today, I'm going to do it for 4,997 and for 4,997. Let me get this.
Yeah.
This is sick.
Stand up. There, stand up.
Yeah. I was ready. Had my Amex out and as soon as I think, whatever, how are they going to do this? I need to scan the QR code or whatever the fuck's going to happen.
You're ready. First 10 people, get a hat.
And, yeah. He gave it all away for free.
Gave it away. Everything that you were willing to pay
Fuck,
$5,000
did I
for.
kick my pillow. Dude, I booted the fucking
Yeah.
couch cushion so hard. I was just like, couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah, that was phenomenal.
It was a great lesson. It was great to see.
It was
great to see that.
Yeah, great to
because
see
it really thinks it really makes
That's
you
why.
think about what
That's
you do.
why I would be so disappointed if we got nothing out of this.
Yeah. Okay. Aside from that as well, we are going to do some other things whilst we're there. We're
Yeah,
gonna
but
go
hold
see-
on. You ducked the question.
Which question? I've
What do you want to
answered
get out of it?
I just told you.
No, you just said I want to get something I can implement. Obviously, you don't want to
Yeah.
get something you think about. What?
What thing do I want to get?
No, like what's the what are you
Okay,
hoping?
I would hope so.
So what's
okay,
your
what
intent?
a great drive we had back from Adelaide last week. Even there,
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. Like we drove 8 hours, 16 hours in the car, and walked out of there and still didn't hate you. So I was like, all right, this fucking
Spend some time.
positive. Yeah, we spent some time. Fuck, we spent some time together. Sick. Anyway, but we did a little what's it called? Instagram story. We're like, hey, fuckers, we got 8 hours. 8 hours, ask us a question, go for it. We'll answer all of them and every single one. And one person wrote through, shout out to Brad, who's been on the podcast before. He goes, why the fuck are you driving 8 hours when you could have caught a plane for 1 hour? Time is money. And you answered it. You answered it, but I backed it. And you pretty much said, if you knew the conversations that we were having, you'd realize the time we're spending together is so much more powerful than the 1 hour we would have, or the 7 hours we would have saved sitting on opposite ends of the planes, not talking to each other. And we discussed some
Why are we sitting on
ideas.
opposite ends of the planes?
I don't know. We're going to spend so much time together because you sit at the back of the plane so you don't die.
Of course.
I sit at the front because if it's going to crash, if I'm going to go out
Go
quickly.
quick.
Yeah, that's it. Don't want to miss half a leg, but live. No, I do.
You would.
I do. 100%. Cut it off now. Anyway,
Back to your question.
back to the story of driving though. But one of the things we're talking about was how I was talking to you and we're just having the discussion about scaling the construction business, but not scaling it. Go, oh, I want to crush it and make 3x this year. Because 3x is a good jump from where we're at now. Like I would be really happy. And I actually like, people would say 10x, like the GC concept, 10x everything, go. But Alex actually says it. He goes, you're much better off going to 3x and then going to a 10x. All right. So scale steadily. Go to your 3 and then do the other 7 after that. Because once you get to the 3, you'll have a whole bunch of new problems that you're going to need to fix.
It's just
Get to
business.
that.
Business
That's
is
right.
just problem
It's
after
all
problem
day, every day. Even like I walked in this morning, I told you a couple of problems. You're like, yeah, I know this, and this. You got to think about this. I go, fucking know. And then, by the way, let's do a podcast.
Yeah.
So, okay, back. So we were talking about the scaling aspect. If I want what I'm looking for in this particular trip is help with that. Is more information, more guidance on that because he's done it. He's scaled it to phenomenal feats. He's gone from this value to this value to this value to exiting to whatever it might be. And the conversations we were having allows me to start looking at those things and conversations. Very early days, but it still can give me a bit of a roadmap and some guidance in that. So that's what I'd be looking for specifically.
So scaling.
Scaling. Yes. What about yourself? What are you looking to get out of it?
Just some direction.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, I feel like for some time now, probably the last 18 months, there's been a whole bunch of foundational stuff that I was never taught, never shown, that I've kind of learned off my own cough. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's like, okay, cool. Now we got all these things in place. Now we understand that. Now we understand that. Now we've got an acquisition process. We've got a sales process. We've got the finances are all sorted. You know what I mean? Like it's becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, what next? Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, how do we now, how can I move fast?
I was listening to another podcast the other day, Bradley and Ty Lopez. I know you don't love Ty Lopez, but
I hate him.
yeah, but you don't love him either.
Yeah, I definitely don't love him.
I've
You love
got it. No, I haven't announced it to the world. Maybe I will now.
Yeah.
But he was actually talking. He goes, if someone was wanting to make $1 million this year, what business would you advise them to get into? And he actually said straight up, he goes, branding and marketing. Like, open up a marketing agency. That's how I would go about doing it. Get 20 people paying $5,000 a month, or whatever it is. 40 people paying $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
Make you $80,000 a month, $100,000 a month. There's your $1 million. That's what I would do. I was like, it's interesting that he says that because, you have a marketing agency. It's not as simple as going, okay, cool, I'm just going to open up a marketing agency and away I go. I've got $1 million. How easy was that?
It'd be great. But
in the same token as well, is it, he's saying that from experience because he's done that sort of stuff before in the past. And saying, well,
so why doesn't he have a marketing agency?
No, I think he does a lot of coaching and stuff now.
Yeah,
I don't know
he's
if
always
he does.
done that. He's always been a trainer / coach.
Well, he was running Google ads when it first came out. Like that was his claim. That's where he made cash, started to get from the A to B. And then I think he made then he got into the YouTube side of things, and he's massive on personal brand. Like he was saying, his advice for anyone at the moment is double your investment and your time in building your personal brand. Like that's what he was saying on this particular podcast, which I agree to a degree. I do think personal brand is massive, and we did discuss that last episode. So yeah, it was just interesting that he said that particular business to go. And did you ever see Undercover Billionaire with Grant Cardone?
First few episodes.
Yeah, so he started a marketing business. That was his way of making $1 million in a town that no one knew him.
Well, there's no barrier to entry.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I mean, you can start managing people's social profiles by opening up a couple of things. You can start. You can even learn how to run ads.
You can do it as a kid.
Yeah, you can even learn how to run ads. You
just
can do
need
all
a
that
debit
stuff.
card.
Yeah,
that's it. There's no ID verification.
Yeah.
No nothing. You
Yeah,
can be
no
12
training.
years old, have a debit card, and start running ads.
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally.
Absolutely.
Which is the double-edged sword. Because there's no barrier to entry, I reckon every single person I talk to has been burnt. I don't think I speak to anyone before where they're like, no one ever has not worked with an agency and then work. I don't think I've got a single client who has not worked with another agency.
Yeah, I think you're bang on with that.
Every single one, like been burnt. Yeah, when I work with these guys, they promise the world, nothing.
Didn't deliver.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I have, for sure.
Yeah. It's a very common theme because there's no barrier to entry.
Yeah, that's right. Are they really as good as they say they are? Or did they watch a YouTube video?
Yeah. The plus side is you knock everyone out the park and you deliver, and then people are like, cool, that's it. Like you're the guy, you're the team. We're working with you guys now. That's it. Like no one else. As long as you continue to deliver.
It's a sustainable relationship.
Yeah. Because it's easy to knock everyone else out the park. The hardest part's getting the opportunity.
Yeah, people trusting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes time.
Yeah. Well, this is where it's really important, I suppose, even in your line of work, is to get the runs on the board and get the testimonials. So you're about to work with a new client that you were telling me about the other day. Like they've signed up for a 3-month campaign, like fucking knock them out of the park. You go, here are the results. Here is what we got you. Here is what we have done as a result of you investing this money. Let's keep going. And keeping them long term thereafter as well.
Tracking everything.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
the hell did we get onto that?
As I was saying, Ty Lopez, that's what he said that's the type of business he would do. All right, so you've done the foundation, so now looking at getting a bit more direction and
I just want to know
understanding.
how I can move quick.
I feel like that too. I feel like that
That's
too
my
sometimes.
thing.
I want to go
Like,
quicker
okay,
than
cool.
I am.
Like, what is the, like, I'm willing to do the work right now. Like, what is the next thing?
Yeah.
Give me what you would normally tell someone to do in 3 years. I'll do it in the next 6 months. Give me,
Yeah. What needs to happen?
yeah. Like, what needs to happen? I've got a fairly high appetite for risk
Yeah.
at the moment. Like, I'm willing to roll the dice. Because not rolling the dice just seems like not worth it to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, what, just going to stay in this position? That's it. If this is as far as it goes, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because you're very cool. It's so easy to fall into that. Like we could very easily not go to this trip. You'd very easily stay here, do the same thing, or just work harder. But we've got so much on, like so much on. I wish I could fucking just have a list so I could show you guys how much I got on at the moment.
I could
That it's like,
yeah,
and I've got like
I don't ask
people
you.
away. Yeah, I know. It's just
I'm
because I
just
can't keep up.
sleeping, yeah.
I can't. Literally, no one talked to me. Like the last few nights, I've been working, come either in here or at home, just staying up and working and getting. And even then, I still don't feel like we're getting ahead at the moment. Temporary. I see that it's this period in time that this has to happen. So it's cool. But yeah, not going could be a very viable option. And part of me is going for me, but also I'm going for those that I care most about in this world too. Like I want to be the best I can be possible for my family because they will reap the rewards of me learning this shit, of me getting this and implementing it into my business because it will benefit our lives, especially when it works. Like when we get to that thing and we go tick, like we've clocked this level. Let's move on to the next one.
I don't see it that way.
With what? I just see it as levels. I don't say you don't clock the game. I'm just saying you finish that level.
Not that. The statement before that about the. I don't see this as I'm doing this for other people.
Oh yeah. Did you think that's because you don't have a family yet?
Maybe.
Yeah, because like a lot of what I do is driven by that value of mine.
Yeah, but also, okay. Do you think your kids are sitting there? Hopefully, he makes more money.
No, of course not. My kids
Or
are sitting there
they're
going,
like, hope he comes home early.
yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean?
100%. And I'm going home early on Friday.
Tomorrow,
Yeah, I'm going to go home early on Friday because I'm taking my son to the movies.
what are you gonna watch?
Everyone's going to watch. Everyone's watched this movie, Captain America, the new one. But I said to him, because I've been so flat out and literally getting home at like 6, then a couple of hours with them before they go to bed, and then back to work. So I'm like, nah, fuck it. Friday, it's in my schedule. I'm leaving early. Going to go do that with him.
Yeah, I think you need to do that stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I rescheduled my whole week, or I scheduled my week around football training with him as well. It was the first football training. So I rescheduled my whole week and actually turned out because things happen. All right. You can plan as much as you want in life, but planning is guessing. Okay. You don't know what's going to end up happening. And no matter how good the plan is, shit just always comes up. All right. We're planning to go to Vegas. We book the flights, we book the accommodation. What says we get to the airport and they go, sorry, your plane is no longer working. You've been delayed till tomorrow.
Don't say that.
But do you know what I mean?
Why would you say that?
I'm just possible. I'm not saying the plane blew up whilst we were on it or crashed. I'm just saying it's not working at the moment. So we have to delay you till tomorrow. Sorry.
Shouted.
Yeah, you'd be annoyed as fuck.
go to UFC.
But no matter how much planning you do, that's the thing, right? You've planned to go to UFC. You've got all your accommodation. You've got connecting flights. You've booked the chauffeur. Everything is planned. Something comes up, and you can't go. So I planned to do the football training with him because the guy I was speaking to, the other coach, we were talking. He's like, "Yeah, cool. We're doing it Thursday at 4 p.m." I said, "All right, cool. I'll block it out." Did everything I did to do. Moved all my meetings everywhere. And then Monday night, I'm like, oh, well, it's just confirming, all good. Thursday, he's like, oh, we can't do Thursday anymore. It has to be Tuesday. I'm like, dude, I've just booked my whole fucking week out around this training. I go, I can't make Tuesday now. I'm not moving. I can't move my meetings. I've already moved them to suit that. I can't do it. Things will come up. All right, things will always come up.
Oh, so they moved it.
Yeah, like
That's like the.
that's what I said. Like my
saying,
wife.
Oh, hey, we're taking off in 20 minutes. You better be here. You better be here.
Yeah, exactly. They moved it. So but I just couldn't make that happen in that instance, in that moment. Do you know? So we're going to be, as you guys hear this, we will probably be in Las Vegas. We've planned over the next couple of weeks now so that this podcast doesn't miss a beat, doesn't miss a date. You guys always get everything you need to get. We're recording episodes in preparation for that as well. So this is the one thing I hope to get more than anything when we're away. And I kind of feel that you'd be the same. That is, whilst we're away, whilst we're in Vegas, learning the things we need to know to bring them to you, is that every single person listening to my voice right now subscribes. You didn't see that one coming?
Nah, I thought you were about to say. I thought in my head, I was telling someone the other day, I'm like, I'm going to this workshop, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it was like, pretty much everything we teach, everything we learn, we're gonna share. With
Absolutely,
our
we
clients.
will.
Yeah, and we're gonna share with our clients. We're gonna share. You know what I mean? And I went into that hole while you were talking.
That's where he's going.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
But we will step into that in a second. So, yeah, because a lot of you listen, but are you subscribed? Because when you subscribe, you A, get notified every time we drop a new episode, but B, it helps us grow the channel and influence and get more people involved in the $1 Million Days movement, because that's what we want. We want $1 Million Days monetarily. We want $1 Million Days from a lifestyle perspective too.
yeah, emotionally,
That's right.
Physically.
And financially.
state. We should check if all these shout outs for subscribes are actually working. That's what we should do.
If it does, it does. If it doesn't,
I'll tell you right now.
oh, well, great. But yeah, touching on what you just said, you're totally right. I've literally got a training 1 week later, my own training that we've got with Builder Elite, a week after I get back. 1 week after I get back. So my intent is, after what I've experienced whilst being away for 10 days or 7 days, that there will be things that I can implement into that training so the other people get the benefit of it as well.
Okay. Yeah.
There will be that. There'll be consequential things that happen as a result of me going here to this training that the others will benefit from. Without
course.
a doubt. Without a doubt. So even that perspective, I think it's going to be well worth the trip and the investment.
Do you feel like the fact that you need to create content and constantly share, right? That there is almost like, not in a bad way, but in a good way, like a little bit of pressure for you to continuously learn?
Yeah, I think there is a bit of pressure there. I feel bad when I don't read.
Yeah, so I've been doing this sick thing, dude. Every morning I get in and I just read at the start.
I noticed actually the other day.
I just sit down and just read. And I'll just do like 10 pages and then I'll put the book down. And no matter what, because dude, what are you going to get done in 10 minutes? Like that never changes your day. 10 minutes never changes your day.
Never.
So it's like, just take that 10 minutes now and just read and just get into it every morning and just read and just read and read. And then next thing you know, you have done this book and that book and that book. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a really good thing. But I would
really like it.
saying that. Yeah,
I really like that.
just pick it up. Just do it first thing. Make your coffee, sit down, and before I even check my emails and stuff, I'm just going to get through 10 pages. Cool, put it aside. That's done. Otherwise, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it
tonight.
Yeah.
Do it tonight before I go to
And you
bed.
never do.
Never do. So it's good that you time block to do that. The other, so we're going to be away for a few days, and we said, everyone says, "Oh, you're going to Vegas for a holiday." Yeah, great excuse.
Yeah, everyone's like, don't have too much fun.
Yeah.
Be good.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll give saying, mate, hey, I'll be working. There'll be times when the laptop's on. We go, no, we're not doing anything today. But in the same token, there will also be times where we are going to go do things that are fun.
Of course.
There's got to be aspects of this trip as well that is filling your cup. We always talk about work-life. People talk about work-life balance. You got to have both. You got to enjoy yourself too. It's not a balance. It's just prioritizing. It's just making a priority of what needs to be done at that time. And part of that trip is, we're going to go and experience things. Like we're going to the Sphere. Why wouldn't we? We're all the way there. Let's go spend a couple $100 and go and have an experience at the Sphere. We're going to go and race cars one day. Like, why not? Spend some time, spend some money, go and do the enjoyable aspect of things.
Yeah,
too.
we're going to go eat in and out.
You said that, yeah. Like I'm gearing up. You said, hey, just get set. I'm eating like a champion. Like, look, I weighed myself this morning. I'm heading in the right direction. I don't want to come back 5 kilos heavier.
I plan to not fit into the shirt when I get back.
Shit.
It's a perfect.
Donuts for breakfast?
I don't know. Maybe.
Give it
I want to try all the things that, you know what I mean? The things you can't get here. Like
do you find, it's interesting that all the things that are there are really unhealthy? Like you can't wait to go to Sizzler over there.
What's Sizzler?
You don't know what Sizzler is? Do you know what Smorgies is?
Yeah, Smorgies.
So Sizzler was like another Smorgies back in the day, long time ago. No, it's gone. No, I was here.
I remember Smorgies, yeah.
Yeah, Smorgies. It was like, Sizzler was like a similar concept, all you can eat food. But I think it was supposed to be a little bit healthier. But, I'm sure there's no salad bars you cannot wait to go and check out.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly. So they're all fried chicken, massive pizzas, fucking cheese dripping from the ceilings. Like that's
going to be great.
Yeah. So I want to try and not eat like shit whilst I'm there. I'm going to try to eat well. But I will dabble.
You're coming with the wrong
Ah!
You're going with the wrong person.
Buddy. Are you going to go to the gym at all?
I will, yeah.
Oh,
I'm not like, I'm going to try and be as unhealthy as I can. Like, I just want to eat the food.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's balance it out. Let's at least keep each other accountable. I want to still be training.
I'll train every single day.
Oh, then that's fine, man.
Yeah, okay.
You counter it out. As long as I don't come back like 5 kilos heavier, I'll flip.
No, see, I'm the sort. I'll do that, and then I'll come back and not eat for 5 days.
Yeah,
and just sit there like, all right, cool, yeah, and just
I won't do
I
that.
just want to enjoy what I'm like while I'm there. But I just had a thought. So, do you think? Because like I was thinking about what I said before, where I feel like I'm doing this for me. Is there an element of guilt that comes on your end, like you're leaving your family?
Yes, huge.
A phone?
Huge. Yeah, if the phone rings, it's business, mate. You think there's a charity here that doesn't do anything? This is business. Shit's happening. I should have put, hey, look, we're casting, block all calls. Yeah. No more clients.
We are on air.
We are on air, no more clients. So, hey, phone got answered though. Shit's happening. Yes, great question.
Yeah.
I honestly feel a huge level of guilt going. You know, when I first got married, like me and my wife promised each other, like we made a little pact that's like we'll never go anywhere without each other. Get it? As in, like no holidays, like we're always, as in stick together, like a family, like a unit, we're doing all that sort of stuff. And it's only been the last couple of years, honestly, since I met you, really, that's changed.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Hey, Nicole, you know whose fault it is now.
Yeah.
And
so I'll take the blame.
but I still look at that change over the last couple of years and it's been beneficial to
Fucking hope so.
relationship. Yeah, fucking oath. You know, spending some time apart, going to trainings, learning. I've become a better person doing a lot of these trainings myself. I've connected with some great people. So I've made good friends. I can made a good friend with you, with other people that we've connected with. Like I call them friends. I see them. I don't see my high school friends. Do you still see high school friends?
No.
I saw one yesterday, funny enough, who was having a coffee at a cafe. Like I still connect with them, but it's not like
I'll take the call.
Yeah, that's right. But it's not like, hey,
I've
let's
got
go.
no
let's
idea
go.
where they were last week.
Yeah, exactly right. So it's definitely been a positive impact in my life. But yeah, there's a level of I don't like being away from the kids for that long. Like I miss them.
You
Do you know what I mean?
hope so.
Yeah,
Like,
I know, but it's like for me,
to be.
I feel a level of guilt for that personally. Yes, going away because I'm like, fuck, I'd
'cause
rather be at home tonight. I don't want to be in this hotel. I would rather be there with them having dinner. I don't want to be out.
Okay, so maybe that's why. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Makes sense.
There is a level of that for me.
Yeah, because then that I guess is not the reason, but you kind of see it as something you're doing for them.
Oh
Otherwise,
yeah, that's right, 100%. And that's probably going back on your question before. There is an element of that then too.
Yeah, see, I have
Because I'm trying. Yeah, I can appreciate that too.
Yeah.
I know before I met Nicole or had kids, I was very much, hey, let's fucking go.
I'm even going up
Let's
early.
Go.
I'm going up early.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm
Yeah, but even
It's like tomorrow. Yeah?
man, I feel guilty sometimes when I come to the office and they're in bed sleeping.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why. That's just something with me. I feel like if I
For the
should be
kids
home.
or for Nicole?
They're sleeping. Nicole's in bed too. She doesn't stay up and watch movies, or she might be on her phone, but she generally goes to bed when they go to bed too. Oh man, last night I went to bed at 8:22.
You did?
I went to bed at 8:22. I was actually going to start and watch TV. You go, you know what? Fuck this. Go to bed. And I did. I was on my phone.
It's still daylight, isn't it?
No, I think it's starting to get dark now. It's starting to get dark. I was on my phone for a little bit. I was out. I reckon within 10 minutes, I was out. But I woke up real early. Like woke up without the alarm, 5 a.m. Let's go. Felt fresh too, which is good.
Yeah.
I like that feeling. I like just waking up and not being tired. I hate going to bed late, but then needing to wake up early. And then that first 5 minutes, I'm okay once you're going. But it's like that first 5 to 10 minutes where you just feel groggy. Hate
Yeah. You know what though? I'm feeling now more than ever. Like even when I think I'm okay, like I'm okay to get through today, but I'm not in prime
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah. That's
You know what I
right.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
I do
There's
feel
times where you're
slower,
like,
a bit tired.
Yep. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Age.
Getting old. Not 40 yet. You got some time.
Got heaps.
Got heaps of time. Yeah, but
Hopefully
cool,
I get
man.
to 40.
Not to have that connection back here, just to do what you want to do. It's cool. It's a level of, you know what? It's an edge you have on a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's why I say like I want to go fast.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like I can now.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't had a day off for ages.
Yeah.
Like,
good on you.
but I said it.
You should rest.
Yeah,
You need to rest. You
yeah.
should just relax. You're
Yeah.
going to burn out.
No. Well,
You're going to burn out. I can tell.
But I feel like I can do that now. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Like now, let's go now. Like I don't have anywhere to be.
That's right.
Let's go. You know what I mean?
I completely agree, man.
Yeah.
And then when you do have that something else, you'll be better for it.
Yeah. I'm just utilizing what is now.
Yeah. That's great.
Mm.
Really, really good. Okay, what else are we going to do when we're there? You're going to go to the UFC. You're checking that out.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. We're going to
Well,
check an
that would-
ice hockey game. That'll be cool.
Aired before this. This will air
Yeah.
after the UFC.
Yeah.
So no, the UFC you watched, I was there.
Very cool. So you know the result.
Yeah.
What else? We're going to go see an ice hockey game. That'll be cool. I've heard that's awesome.
Going to an NBA
Really
game.
entertaining. Oh, yeah, that'll be cool. I've always wanted to do that. I won't do it this trip.
NBA, dude, like 90% of my thing is food.
That's the itinerary.
I'm not kidding. I sent
just want to
Simon.
eat.
I sent Simon the list, and he said, "You're gonna come back fat."
Yeah.
And I said, "I know."
Simon that works for me.
Yeah. Look.
Shit. Let's just read some of these.
Got a whole list. You can't see the screen, huh?
I'm zooming in.
I don't know anyone who has to zoom in on it.
I'm zooming in and out.
George is the type of
Chick-fil-A.
person to turn the light on the menu when he goes to a restaurant.
Popeyes,
Phone flash.
Chili's, Olive Garden. What's Olive Garden? Is that like some well-known place?
Someone wrote it down.
Ah, right. Was this in Vegas or just in the States? Or
This is just in the States.
Wingstop, Red Lobster, Cheesecake Factory. I've been to the Cheesecake Factory. That's pretty cool. Yeah, mate. Get the New York cheesecake. Yeah, you won't regret it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon it was one of the best cheesecakes I've ever had. Dave's Hot Chicken, Shake Shack,
Dave's Hot Chicken.
Red Robin, Buffalo Wild Wings. Was that Jollibee's?
Jollibees.
Yeah, and Taco Bell's. There is one?
Can't wait. That's not even New York. That's got no New York pizza on there.
Shit.
Yeah.
Very cool.
As you're hearing this, I'll be fat. But by the time you see me again, I'll be skinny.
You'll be skinny again. You had a goal to have a six pack, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Is it by September or
This-
starting in September?
That September was just you're
Just
like,
random,
oh, wait,
is it?
it was like September.
Oh, you just one of those. I'm fucking taking it to the bank now. Everyone tells you, hey, Robbie's getting fat. So don't worry, September.
September.
Don't worry, in September we'll be skinny again.
Yeah, I will.
Good.
Mark my words.
I have.
It won't take me long.
I believe it.
But I'm not going to let that.
It won't be during your
won't be
trip.
during the US. No.
No chance. So interesting. Do you think that's why so many people are so fat over there?
Yeah. Don't you reckon?
It's so available and it's so in front of your face and it's cheap. Is it fair to say that?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'll let you know. But I was quite surprised that some of these places, I thought they were like 2 stores or 1 store, but they're like,
Massive franchise
Yeah.
or massive
you know what else I
location.
you go to these, like a lot of these places. So if you saw a restaurant with a lot of Google reviews in Australia, what's a lot?
I don't know. What, as in just a restaurant on the corner?
Just so, like, let's just say you looked at the pizza place here.
Yeah.
If
I'd
it-
say like anything over fucking 100.
Anything over 100.
Yeah.
So if it had 1,000, you'd be like, whoa.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is heaps.
1,000. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people
So
go here.
You go to the US and it's
Yeah.
like 27,000.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, 27,000, 4.8 stars. Like,
Yeah. Like, let's go.
let's go. This
Yeah,
is
but
sick.
also, if they're all fat fucks
Yeah.
over there and it's like, oh, fucking fried chicken dipped in chocolate with freaking marshmallows.
Let me tell you one thing. If there is anything you can listen to fat people for, it's
food.
Yeah. Okay. I had a fat mate growing up, and whenever he said it is a good place to eat, it was always a
You
good
reckon?
place to eat. Yeah. Dude, that's their passion. You know what I mean?
Passion.
That's what they love.
That's what it is. You don't go to a skinny person for food advice.
Most-
Would you ask Iggy? Would you ask Iggy where to eat?
I don't know. I don't know if I asked. Has he had any good recommendations?
Yeah, not. Was he giving you a good pizza place yet? Does he just want the rest of your
We've
margarita?
found a couple of good pizza places together. We've also gone to some far places.
Do you do a review every time? Like if it's shit, you're like, do you ever feel bad? Do you ever feel I'm gonna bring this business to its knees with my review?
No. Get it together. I'm saving humanity.
You are a
One
modern
step
day
at a
hero.
time. Yeah. Modern day philosopher. That's
Could be that too.
you know when
Not all heroes. Is it not all heroes wear capes?
I wear a cape.
And you go get a pizza.
Yeah, pizza cape.
Yeah.
I've got this guy who saw me do a pizza review and added me on Instagram,
Yeah.
and now he doesn't stop sending me reels.
It's just a random. Like, he's like, hey, check this out.
Do you want me to show you? It's the most bizarre thing.
What's
It
he
is
send you reels about though?
the most just like I don't watch him.
Why? You should. There could be some good
I'm
shit
trying
there.
to block him.
I'm telling you, he could buy from you one day. Probably wants you to do his marketing.
Put a pizza as the background.
He did or you did?
He did.
You
And then
can
just
put
all these-
backgrounds on chats? What the fuck?
And then all these pizza, all he
Dude.
just sends me the most random things.
Hey, I'm still scrolling.
Yeah. Haven't. He just keeps sending me.
Oh, you've responded at the start.
Yeah, he sent me a message, and I was like, "Oh yeah, thanks, man."
He goes, "Oh, do a review here," and you're like, "Yeah, it's sick. Check it out." Doc. Okay, cool. You checked it out, and then
Weird.
that was. You sent a few more, and then that's it.
Yeah, and then I was just like, "I'm gonna stop." Like,
He sent you a picture of some woman's. Hang on. Staring at breasts daily can extend a man's life by 5 years. That's one of the posts he sent you, right there.
there you go. That's what I don't know this guy.
Have you feel good, revitalized after watching that?
I didn't. Don't open any of the posts.
He's
I
opening-
didn't know that I've been sent that.
This is.
I do not read anything he sends. I just mark it as read so my one goes away because it does my head in.
This is fucked.
How weird is that?
Block him.
Block him right now.
No, leave it. I want to see what he sends next week. Good on you, engaging. But yeah, odd just to send random shit.
It's weird. But that's what doing pizza
That's
reviews.
the price of fame,
That's
isn't it? It's the price you got to pay.
It's
Hey, but like, imagine you had 5 million followers.
Mm.
You'd get shit like that all the time.
I would not manage my own account. That's the truth.
Probably another thing.
I'd be like,
Hey,
get rid of all these.
I don't want to see any, like, so no one. Yeah, that's probably a good point. If you
Yeah.
got 5
Or
million
you'll
followers, there's a
just
good
have
chance someone
your-
manages the account. Like,
Yeah. Or your messages would just be blown up and you just wouldn't look at them.
yeah. There's probably that too.
Anyway,
It's like when you message the Rock. Go and message the Rock. I'm not saying you, but if you
I'll message
send a
him right
message, is that, hey, Rock, how are you, man? Hope you're well. Peace out. So you reckon he's going to respond, hey, bro, Robby,
I
what's
messaged
happening?
Hormozi
Dude?
heaps.
Yeah. Did he respond?
See you in March.
See you, man.
See you in March.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, come on.
Yeah, I even tagged him in Gary V's post yesterday.
Oh, as in
Gary
one
V
Gary
talk.
V put up?
Gary V put up a post saying, as an entrepreneur, you got to do 7 different things.
Yeah.
And I tagged Hormozi and said, tell him.
Oh, this bloke. This bloke.
Tell him.
Teach him.
Time to focus.
Tell him to come to the training
Yeah.
in March. We'll be there. You can save him a seat next to us. We'll teach him a thing or two. Cool, man. Well done on making the commitment. And I think everyone else should. Look at your business. Look at where you need some guidance. Look at where you need some growth. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to go overseas and go and spend all that money. Read a book.
But do something.
Read a book, man. Like as you said, like in a book is one person's 20 years worth of experience in 150, 200, 250 pages.
What's the last book you read?
I think it was, can't remember.
That's a problem.
No, it was, no, that wasn't that one. Don't know.
Mine was
I can't
The
remember.
Ride of a Lifetime by Robert Iger. Or Iger. Or
Any
whatever
good?
his name is.
Oh, it might have been Ikigai.
Ikigai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
No, it didn't change my life.
No.
It was just like kind of shit on you.
I thought you said it kind of shit on you. I was like,
So
what?
I knew, I kind of knew most of that stuff, but yeah, it was all right. Read.
Yeah, I read Ride of a Lifetime by Robert Iger. Iger. I don't know how to say his name.
I think it's Iger.
He was the CEO of Disney.
Yeah.
Very cool story. No key
Yeah.
thing, just a cool, like someone's life.
Yep. Biography.
Yeah, but I think he wrote it.
Mm.
So it's not someone writing it about him.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Isn't
know.
it still called a biography if you write it?
There's autobiography. And
Oh,
I don't know. It's
autobiography.
one of them.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Autobiography is the one you do.
Yeah, cool book. Very good. Disney has done a lot of things that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah. Did you get anything out of it? Like,
Yeah. Just a couple of media stuff where I'm like,
that could work. Yeah.
that's
it's
how
just-
ABC came to.
It's just a
Really?
single idea, isn't it?
Well, that's what I was
It's
saying
one
to
simple
remember,
thing, man.
It's like these media companies produce content.
Mm.
That's what they do. And they get viewership and then they sell ads. That's how media companies work.
Mm.
And it just made me look at it differently. And then they were swallowing up all the companies.
Yeah.
Like a lot of acquisition. Sick.
Yeah, very cool. But yeah, go and educate yourself more so. It could be in any aspect, not just in business. Like read a book about being a better parent. Read a book about health and fitness, whatever it might be. Or read a book about business, finance, learn money, learn leadership, learn stuff. Go out there.
Yeah,
or
whatever you
if
value.
you want, go and fucking buy a course overseas. Connect with someone because it'll only benefit you. And don't be so ignorant to think that you know everything or be so ignorant to think that you have nothing more to learn no matter what age you are. You always have something to learn. You always have something to gain by connecting with other people and with other ideas. That's my advice for you today. And I hope you take it on board and I hope you action it because that's where you'll end up getting the reward. good or bad.
That's it.
That's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next time, I hope you have $1 million day. And pretty sure Robby hopes that too.
Pretty sure I do.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.